What's going on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 76 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast that brings together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series starting all the way back at episode 1. But today, we're going to be watching episode 76, A Friend Indeed. Today is Saturday, November 16th, 2019. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescatore, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, what's up?
Did you say ho-host? Or co-host?
I almost said that. I meant to say
I was
co-host.
like, is there a ho-oh in here? This podcast is legendary.
Yo, all right, so normally we record on Thursdays, but Thursday would have been the 14th. Sword and Shield came out on the 15th, so we held off on the recording it tonight on Saturday so we could give our early impressions. And whenever a new game releases, whether it's a mobile game, but especially when it's a main series game, it's awesome for podcasts. It's awesome for content creators because everyone's amped up and there's tons of new people that are coming to different formats. So I want to welcome any new listeners. I've already seen upticks in the numbers. So I know there's a lot of new people listening to the show. So I want to specifically speak to you guys and thank you so much for checking us out. Just to give you a quick rundown of what the show does. This show covers news from every corner of the franchise. TCG, video games, merchandise, Pokemon Go, mobile games like Masters or Magikarp Jump. Yo, I miss Magikarp Jump, by the way. That was the greatest. And then we all follow that up with an audio watch along of an episode of Pokemon the series. We do them chronologically. We started all the way back at episode 1. We're on episode 76 now. You know, we're in the Orange Islands, and we just kind of do like an audio play along and give our audio commentary and talk about the episode. And then we, discuss the animation style and the moral and all that good stuff. And then we end every episode with a TCG booster unboxing or opening, which typically results in us, getting the world's worst pulls. Unless you're Adam, who gets the best pulls all the time, and I get nothing. I get non-holo rares. I get non-holo rares. No, but thank you guys so much for checking out the podcast. We really hope you stick around. There's also 2 other Pokemon shows on this network, the Pokemon Professor Network, Special Conditions, which focuses specifically on TCG, and Lured Up, which focuses specifically on Pokemon Go. So definitely a lot to listen to. If you're new to podcasts, welcome to the format. If you're new to our show, thanks so much for checking us out. Either way, really appreciate to have you here. But on today's show, we're just gonna give our early impressions of Sword and Shield. No spoilers, of course, and we're not going to get into detail about anything specific to the story or anything like that just yet. The game's only been out 2 days as of this recording, so we'll just kind of give our high-level stuff, review, impressions, reactions kind of thing, just to get it out there and get stuff on the airwaves, because I know that this is the game that has brought all these new listeners to the show. So, Adam, what's your early hot take? Like, I mean, how many hours have you put into the game already?
Well, I got home around... Okay, I got it. So I played it probably for
quick math check.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours straight the first night, so last night. And then I got to the open area, and so far I've just been exploring the open area. The
wild areas. All right, so you've got a couple hours in either way. So, all right. So with me, I watched my son play through the first 2 hours, which was cool to kind of experience it
secondhand,
third person, yeah, it was like secondhand gameplay. It was like, this is like I'm watching it on YouTube or Twitch, but I'm just watching it here. So that was really cool to experience it like that, and then get mad at him for making the wrong decisions and not like searching for something. You know what I mean? Like it's difficult. So, but then I was able to play for a little bit and kind of, just dip my toes in enough to have something to talk about here today. But one thing I do want to talk about before we really dig into our impressions was on launch day, Masuda put out this little, it's like a 25-second video kind of just, congratulating himself and pretty much saying like, hey guys, Sword and Shield is out, here you go. It's the cutest thing in the absolute world. And it's like the whole hashtag, thank you Game Freak thing. Like, I watch this video, it makes me smile so incredibly hard. And it's just the cutest thing ever. Cause he's like, hey everybody, today Sword and Shield comes out. Yay. And he starts clapping. And it's like, you could tell like the intensity in his eyes. And then like he says, please enjoy exploring the Galar region to your heart's content. End quote. He's so excited. He's just so happy and pure and honest. Masuda, we love you. Thank you Game Freak.
Well, it's like,
so good. And
again, the wild area. I'm like only in like the first 3 bush areas, and I've came to a complete stop. Why, you might ask? Because Delibird is in this game. And
all right,
I've been on the shiny
let's
hunt.
Let's catch our new listeners up. Adam's obsessed with Delibird, and
it
doesn't
flies
matter.
to you.
You're going to hear about Delibird on every episode, even if he's not in the game. Adam's going to drop the Delibird bomb. My son had played through and saw some Delibird, and of course had to send a screenshot to Adam. So
yep,
it was like, yes, they're here. They're invading the wild area.
Yeah,
and,
our Discord was
I
like,
knew you were. Yeah, I knew you were going to stop short. Like as soon as you got to that part, because I was like, he's not going to leave here until he has 1 million Delibird. I know it.
Well, I keep catching them.
So let's talk high level here. Let's talk our early hot takes. Let's kind of break down these things spoiler free. Let's talk about the look of the game graphically on the big screen. You know, we saw Let's Go, which had a very distinct stylization. We see this now, which is kind of, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a blend between a little bit of Sun and Moon and a little bit of Let's Go, you know, kind of somewhere in the middle maybe. But
yeah, it's like Let's Go grown up.
Okay, that's a good way to put it, actually. But what do you think of the look, the aesthetic of the way your player character looks like the world, what do you think?
It's beautiful.
It's awesome, it's right? Beautiful. It's so good.
I'd say 10 out of 10.
It's so good. It's so good. And it's what I really like too is Galar. Just in general, it just looks like an awesome place. Like it's very alive. It's very fleshed out. It just looks right. It looks natural. It looks organic. Like it just looks like a place that you really could visit, which was really, really cool. Like it just had this very appealing thing about it that it made you really. It's easy to kind of immerse yourself in that when the world around you kind of looks like that because it just looks so real.
Right, and it's like the subtle hints at like Pokemon but themed aesthetics, like the fletchling. Like north, south, west wind chimes at the top of the house. It's just, and it's like, yeah, I've seen that in the previews, but like seeing it while you're playing and just like, you can see it as you're walking around.
Well, there's little attention to detail. Stuff like that that makes a lot of difference. And again, this isn't really a spoiler. This happens like super early in the game, but there's one point where you're the character, the trainer, is sitting on your couch in your house. And in game, the Switch is going to be physically representing whatever Switch version you have in your hand that you're actually playing on. So if you have a red and blue Joy-Con on your Switch, in game, the Switch will have red and blue Joy-Cons. Like it detects the colors. It's the coolest, like little subtle hints of attention to detail. So awesome. So absolutely awesome and very, very charming. It adds to the charm overall of the game. And I thought when I saw that, I was like, that is so awesome. Because if you have like the special edition Pikachu Eevee Let's Go controllers, like it recognizes those. It's really cool. Nice, subtle little touch.
Is it awful that I didn't notice that?
No, because it's so subtle. It's so subtle. It's incredibly, incredibly subtle. So, and if it wasn't for the bright colors, I probably wouldn't have noticed it either with the blue Joy-Cons on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch when Chanel plays.
Yeah, it's little details like that were really awesome. What about the feel of the game? Like moving your character around?
It flows so nice. Like it's like butter. It flows so nicely.
It's fast. It's really fast.
Right, and it's like talking isn't like a hassle. I'm like excited to read it.
But what about? I mean, like moving your character on the map, though.
Yeah, they run at a good speed.
Dude,
it's
you're
not like
fast. Like it, and for me though, I'm bumping into everything. Like I'm just like if I was actually a person walking and walked like my character, my knees would be busted up because I'm literally like boom, 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 like every single thing in the room. I'm like just like dragging my body across. But because you move so quick, like it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? But it's really weird.
And then you can like move your Joy-Con slow, so you like kind of like creep.
Yeah. But your character moves fast. That's one of the really nice things. It's like you really can move it. So it's it's not slow at all. But
and the only time that it feels slow is when you get to the wild area because it's so massive.
Sure.
That like you running such a long distance that you're like, oh man, I'm never gonna get to the other side.
That's the big departure, right? Like even in Let's Go, you would have routes that were pretty linear from one place to the next. And, you know, it might open up and you have, you know, a screen's worth of field to run around in, you know, but that was it. So you were kind of, you know, always in these little self-contained bite-sized pieces. So then, yeah, once you hit the wild area and it's like, wow, I can really move. It does take a little bit of a different scale to it, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we talk about the wild area in a minute. But all right, so we talked about the look. We talked about the feel. I'm anxious to hear what you think of this, because this is definitely a hot and cold subject on Twitter right now. What do you think of the music? Because the music is an exceptional departure from anything we've ever heard in a Pokemon game. And my opinion, my hot take, might be some of the best Pokemon music ever composed. Ever. That's my hot take. I said it.
From what I've listened to, I agree.
Oh, yes. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. And it's so different. Like, believe me, I'm nostalgic for Chips, you know, Chiptune and the old stuff, and, you know, give me Route 1. Like, I love that stuff, don't get me wrong. But it is, like, the music is just on a completely whole other level in this game. So I am so impressed. So, you know, and again, no spoilers here, but as you progress through the game and unlock new themes, it's amazing. Like, it just gets better and better and better. I could listen to this game looped and it wouldn't matter. It's awesome. Love the soundtrack.
Man, I gotta get out of the wild area.
Yeah, you could always go back. But look, we got the core mechanics out of the way. The intro cutscene. This is always, you know, a really good look. It kind of, you know, introduces you to the region. You know, they always throw some little, you know, Easter eggs or Pokemon here and there in there to kind of get, you know, wet your palate. You know what I mean? Get you excited. What did you think of the opening cutscene? And I don't know. Were you amped after you seeing it? Because, like, after I saw it, I was so fired up. I was like, this is the perfect setup to this region, and I really feel like it had a totally different vibe from other intros from past games. But what are your thoughts on that intro cutscene? Because for me, I was fired up after seeing it, because I had a very convincing impression of what Galar was all about, and it really, like, you know, obviously we know that this is, you know, the UK or whatever, is based on that whole thing. So it set that tone. Like, did you get that vibe? Like, did you really feel like you knew Galar? Okay. I think they set it up
I
really
want to
well.
Explore that area.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Every time they showed a new something that I haven't seen, I was like, okay, I got to get there.
And you didn't do spoilers, right? You didn't look.
No,
okay, good.
And it's so hard because you literally, you know, we're in the Pokemon space, so every time I log into Twitter, anytime, like, down to the Delibird, like, that would have been a pleasant surprise. But Kyler, I know you're out there, he was like, Adam, and, like, tagged me because somebody had posted all the Delibirds like flying towards the character, and I was like, no, I wasn't there yet, Kyler. But now that I'm there, that's my goal, is a shiny Delibird.
But oh god, well, hey, you know what? I'll link to it in the description. There's actually. They've already kind of uncovered some of the shiny chaining techniques where battling Pokemon, in addition to chaining your catches, will actually exponentially increase your chances of catching a shiny in this game. So someone actually calculated and put together a table already. It's on NintendoWire.com. I'll post that link in the description so you can check that out. But yes, shiny hunting is definitely, you know, if you enjoyed that in Let's Go or any of the other main series games where you don't have to soft reset, where you're actually grinding in game, you know, with not necessarily having to do SOS battles, but there's ways to do it in Sword and Shield that are a little bit less tedious than soft resetting or whatever. Yeah, the starters in this game are shiny locked too, so you can't soft reset for the starters. So I don't know if anyone was planning on doing that. You can't do it. So I know that bummed out a lot of shiny hunters.
Yeah, and I mean, I've gone through and seeing all these new Pokemon and, like, not knowing, like, does this evolve? I don't know if it evolves. What do I need to do to make it evolve? And it's awesome. I kind of want to figure it out. And if I can't figure it out, I'll eventually look. But, you know,
you'll figure it out, man.
All these new Pokemon, it's so refreshing. And then I just visited my brother today, and he's been playing, and he was just at the train station. He was just before the wild area.
Nice.
And then he got to the wild area, and, like, I think he's going to stay there for a while. But he's like, this game, he's like, it's so much fun. Yeah, he's like, this isn't like Let's Go.
It's great.
He's like, I want to keep playing.
All right. Well, I guess we have to talk about the intro mechanics and getting your starter, and we haven't mentioned that yet. But who did you pick?
Sobble.
Yes, me too. And are you playing sword or shield?
Shield.
All right, I'm playing sword. I also pick Sobble. So that's at least now we're on opposing teams or games. So trading and the such. Yeah, Team Sobble all the way, 100%. That whole sequence of picking your starter was fantastic. I loved it.
Oh my god, it was so cool.
Dude, seeing Sobble cry, I was like, oh my god, there's no way I'm not leaving with Sobble.
And then Grookey just like banging on everything. Like,
who am I kidding? I've been Team Sobble since they first announced the starters. I've been like Team Sobble all the way.
See, at first I was thinking about Scorbunny, but then I was like, no.
Scorbunny's the weakest of all of them.
Yeah, it's too cute to evolve into anything cool. And that was just from the get-go. So I was like, all right.
So Sobble. you don't know the evolutions?
Nope.
Oh.
I mean, the stage 1 were all revealed and spoiled for me. But I don't know the things.
Dude, it's impossible. It's impossible.
I know. And impossible. I've tried so hard to stay away, and it's like I've seen like things at a distance where they're like a tiny picture, and I have like sort of, I guess, a spoiled image, but like not a full 360. Like I haven't gone looking for anything, so.
All right, well that's good. You're a pure wholesome trainer.
Right. No, and it's like this game brings me back to, I know people are gonna yell at me and stuff, but when I played Black and White, where there were so many new fresh Pokemon, and like they made sure to like put those at the start, so you got new Pokemon. It wasn't just old Pokemon over again. And
they throw a lot of new stuff at you really quick in this game. Like
and
from the way they
good.
teach you and it's not like Sun and Moon that was like, that first island was brutal and so handholdy for experienced players. Like the way that things kind of roll out with the mechanics of the game, even Dynamaxing, they like throw it at you like immediately, and it's like trial by fire. Here you go, and when you're done, you're like, okay, that wasn't that bad. I got through that. That was the tutorial. That was the walkthrough. You know what I mean? It didn't seem that bad. And before you know it, you've met Hop, who's your rival. And we'll get a hot take on him in a second. And before you know it, after that, you're in the wild area. And it's like the game, you're in the game. And it's like, I felt like, I don't know, from the time hitting start on the game to picking my character name to being in the wild area, it felt so fast, so quick, so natural.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm in. Like the game is started. Like I'm really in this now. It was really, really, really cool. Let's talk about the wild area. So a couple things it's very important to note here. When you enter the wild area, you have the 360 camera. That's when the camera will allow you to move around. And that was like one of the coolest feelings ever in a Pokemon game, where you did not have a fixed camera and you could, beyond like doing this pseudo 3D kind of like, over a 3/4 2D looking world, you know what I mean? Like you have full control of the camera spinning it around. That was like one of the coolest things. 2, there is a pretty significant degradation in graphical fidelity that happens when you enter the wild area. The trees, they don't look good. Like it's just like things like, they really suffers visually for them to allow things like the multiplayer and connecting to the internet and having, other players run around and, the Pokemon, fully animated 3D models walking around, and then, all the stuff going on. Something had to give. And remember, the Switch isn't, a hot rod to begin with. So things like the quality of like what the sky looks like, the dome, and what the trees look like, it suffers a lot. Adam, I don't know. Like
you're such a notice that
okay,
much.
Great. I love that.
To be honest, yeah, like it didn't feel.
That's I was so hoping you were going to say that, because like for me, I'm a jerk like that, and it's like I walk into the wild area and I'm like, you know what I mean? Like immediately I see it, and
see,
it's
here
just
I am like focused on
That's what I'm saying. I was so hoping that you were going to say that, because I really wanted that to be the case, because that's like, it shows the difference in how people can interpret the game. And this is like the internet, you know what I mean? Like some people care, some people don't, some people notice, some people will, but like I noticed it right away.
You should care or notice.
I know, I don't want to care.
I mean, I guess, okay, you can notice, but I don't think you should
look,
harp on it. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. Of course not.
They did everything they could to make this game as awesome as it is, and it's only going to get better.
I know. I'm just saying because I'm a jerk like that. I can't help it but notice that the trees like look really bad compared to the trees like when you're in town. You know what I mean? Like it's night and day. It's just it's different. And I'm not harping on it. I'm just saying it's like it's something to notice. And that's why I was like, dude, I bet you Adam isn't
going to
go
back and be like, oh, this isn't as good.
But if you don't care, that's great. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. You're in the world. It doesn't matter. Dude, I could play Pokemon Snap and, feel like I'm in the world. So it's totally fine. Like I'm not one to get hung up on the graphics.
I could play Magikarp Jump and feel like I was right there.
Dude.
Jumping with that Magikarp.
I played so much Magikarp Jump. So much. I'm so mad I didn't save my transfer code when I upgraded my phone. It was like the second I like purged my phone, I was like, my transfer code. I remembered like right then and there. I was like, oh, I blew it. Totally blew it.
Rats.
It's like 80 hours of Magikarp Jump, prestiging like 3,000 times. All right. Anyway, Dynamaxing. So Dynamaxing they throw at you. Oh, well, we talked about this briefly earlier. The way that they deliver the instruction to you, including Dynamaxing, phenomenal, right? Seamless. Like it's just before you know it, you're just doing it, and it's all right there. What did you think of that first Dynamaxing sequence? It was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was. I'm just like, okay, I'm big, and I attack you.
Oh, and speaking of Dynamax Pokemon, anyone who purchases the game, any method from any retailer, between launch and January 15th, if you go into internet connection, connect the internet, do a mystery gift, you get a free Gigantamax Meowth. So I don't know, Adam, if you did that yet, but
I have not done that.
Oh my god!
My brother was like, he goes, "Hey, you get that Meowth?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "The Meowth you get. It's a mystery gift."
Yeah, you could add it to your party right away. You add it to your party right away.
He put it in his party. And he's rocking it.
That's what I'm saying. It's a huge deal. It gives you a mega advantage in the beginning, because you don't have a full party, so it's just like another body, to fill a slot in your party. It's awesome. But yeah, that's through January 15th. But the Dynamaxing is amazing. I really like it. I've done it a bunch of times in the wild area. I've done raids. You know what I mean? Like it's just I've experienced it. I believe the hype. I find it way more compelling than regular Mega Evolutions. I know that could be kind of weird, but I haven't gotten to like major Gigantamax situations yet. But I can only imagine that with how cool Dynamaxing is, that like busting out like the Gigantamax stuff is going to be like super rad. Like I'm really pumped. But what do you think of like the animation, the ball, the wristband, like that whole thing? Like, and again, I don't want to talk into spoilers of how it all comes to be, but we've seen in the trailers that the trainer wears this wristband that then powers the Pokeball to turn into this, the giant premier ball for Dynamaxing.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of like the Z-Ring.
Right? Okay.
So Mega Evolutions.
Right. No Mega Evolutions, no Z moves in here. So again, they had with the gimmick of the Dynamax, Gigantamax, this wristband is the thing that powers the whole process. I love it, man. Like when you throw the big ball, catch the Pokemon, it like lands in the ground and like puts like a little crater into the ground. Like you see this giant thing like wiggling. It's like, I'm loving it, man. I am absolutely loving it so far. And yeah, I mean, if you had to throw one wrench in the whole thing and complain about one thing so far, what's your complaint?
That the amount of Delibirds that I've caught, I don't have a shiny yet.
Are you like going to chain Delibirds for like the next week?
I'm going to try.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully when we're done here, I'm just going to go for some more. The hard part is the exclamation point comes up in front of me as I'm running towards a Delibird, and it's a different Pokemon.
It's a different Pokemon, yeah.
And I'm like, there goes my chain.
Maybe this is just me.
It's just you.
I think this game, it probably is, right? This game suffers from needing VO, needing voiceover. Look, low expectations. I like to have low expectations and then be blown away by something rather than have these high expectations and be mad at everything. I'm not like that. But when you first meet Rose, and this is, again, super early in the game, no spoilers, and he's animated as speaking, and it's just text, I kind of like put my hand on my chin.
Okay.
I was like, it's not voiced.
And that was, and that could have been, even if that was it, even
Pokemon
if that was
Masters
the
is
only
voiced. It's like, what?
Yeah, even if that was the only voice that happened.
I don't know.
Like
you mean like
time?
just for the intro, just to make it.
That would have worked too.
Well, then I'd be salty that they just did voice in the beginning. But no, that's my only complaint. And again, it's a light complaint because it doesn't take away from really the gameplay. And again, they've never really had a voiced game. I just thought this is the one they would do it with. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I think that if this game was voiced, the level of immersion would just be that much. But remember, thinking about how big of a task that is with how many times this game is localized, across the world, it's like that. It's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. It's like it's not just doing it in English and calling it a day. So it's like I get it, but I did feel that burn a little bit where I was just like, oh man, this would be really cool if it was voiced. But, I got over it real quick, but I did want to bring that up on the show. Let us know how you guys feel. I want to hear everyone's early hot takes, impression. Email us, info@gottawatchemall.com, or connect with us on social media, but let us know your thoughts, spoiler free. Let us know what you think. Let us know your early impressions, kind of on some of the topics that we talked about today. The look of the game.
Yeah, what do you love?
Feel of the
what
game.
Do you hate?
The music. Oh, yeah. Let us know how you feel about the music. I think that one's going to be really interesting to hear. But I'll put links in the description to every way that you can connect with us. And we really hope to do that. We love engaging with the community and, keep getting those conversations rolling. Adam, I'm really excited about this game. I think that it's been awesome. And it's like I haven't been on social media too much today, which is odd being, covering the game. I just got to stay away, like you're saying. It's like it's so hard right now. It's like I'm trying to like post blindly and remotely without like, posting from.
Oh, well, here, I'm not going to give a spoiler, but like, the two legendary dogs, whatever.
Right.
Zayakan and
Zamazenta and Zacian, you're right.
So at the beginning, it's one like something happens between them, but like they don't have their armor.
Yeah.
What? I don't know. It's so cool, and it's like
it's a very revealing look at them.
You have to actually see it. So I'm not spoiling anything. You just have to see it. And like the second I saw the shield Zamazenta, I think, I was like, oh my god, I want to see what sword looks like. Yeah. That's I like when they do that, little subtle differences in each version, not just with exclusives, but like through the cutscenes and stuff. Little things are different here and there, which is really cool. But oh man, Adam, I'm excited, man. I'm really happy with the game so far, and I can't wait to dig in a little bit more. I'm going to play a little bit tonight. And I'll put in some time tomorrow, but very, very cool. But, all right, everyone else, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to watch our episode 76 of Pokemon the Series, A Friend Indeed. Other than that, again, new listeners, thank you guys so incredibly much. Yeah, thanks for jumping on and listening. We appreciate it.
And starting next week, as per usual, we'll get back on our normal news cycle, but we will continue to update you as we play through Sword and Shield, and make sure that Sword and Shield news is front and center, at least for the next couple weeks while everyone's gassed up and engaged in playing with the game. But other than that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after.
Oh, hold on. One thing we didn't talk about. Galarian Weezing hung around for an hour in raids immediately after Community Day.
In Pokemon Go today.
In Pokemon Go. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch. Again, info on that, check out Lured Up, the Pokemon Go show. We'll definitely be covering that. But yeah, that was a nice little cross-promotion touch, I thought, which was really neat. But again, everyone else, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll watch our episode and go from there. We'll see everyone in a minute.
Hold up, everyone. Are you ready for a sing-along? Slowpoke in a reggae style. Pokemon. Come in. Slow.
And we are back from our break. Thank you so much for that. I feel refreshed.
Refreshed?
I feels so fresh and so clean. All right. Hey, really quick, I do want to do some housekeeping and give some shout-outs. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons. Here we go. Brittany, Jay, James, Matt, M. Pitts, Terry, Davids, Chris, Sydney, Bacon L, The Noise, Harry, Poke Navbot, Purple Pancakes, Dim Gears Be Bangin', Lady Goobly Meat, Go Ranger, Matt, The Phoenix, Baker Boy, Jolt Switch, Alex, The Illustrious Overseer, Jason, Go Live, Andrew, Matt from Kentucky, Paul, Justin, and Val. Whew. Thank you
That
guys
is one
so
long
incredibly
list.
much for your support. We really do appreciate it. And if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's a couple other ways that you could help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, you could take a moment to leave us a review. 5 stars are the best stars. Thank y'all in advance. All right, Adam, you ready to watch this show?
Let's get it on.
All right, so this is Pokemon the Series, A Friend Indeed. Japanese original air date was January 7th, 1999, as episode 78. The original U.S. air date was November 20th, 1999, and it's currently listed as episode 76 in the, I guess we can call it the Amazon, Adventures of the Orange Islands, lineup. The Amazon. But yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's watch this show, and we could start this thing in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, I don't,
Who was Ash Ketchum for Halloween?
Who was Ash Ketchum?
If you were Ash Ketchum, you guys get a high five, fist bump, high 10.
There's, the local Spirit Halloween by me had like a pretty decent little Pokemon section. They had a lot of like little kid Charizard. Like when my son was, oh man, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5. He had like the Charizard onesie with like the Scully cap, and it had wings on the back and a tail.
See, I wish I got those costumes as a kid.
Melissa was a Pokemon trainer for Halloween. She had like all the pins on her jacket.
Yeah.
She was walking around with like a giant Snorlax. Pokemon.
Ooh, the recap. The recap.
I love the way they animated her. Scyther seems to have the
So
edge.
many-
You think so? Is juggling poor Bulbasaur.
We'll get it. He has the edge using slashing attacks. Poke
I know.
predicament. Secret surprise.
Yeah, she almost absolutely kills Bellsprout by smothering it, preventing it from breathing.
Those trumpets, they get me every time.
All right, so when we say a friend indeed, it's not the word, one single word, indeed. It's 2 words, I-N and then D-E-E-D, indeed.
We should all go out for a big meal to celebrate Ash's big victory.
And dinner's on me, 'cause everybody in the
Dinner's on Ash? What? Do you have money?
I know, it's like I'm in the Pokemon League, so I eat for free, but that also means you guys eat for free.
Number 12. That's the house they're in.
And Ash's mom and Professor Oak.
You have to keep your
They just happen to be...
for you.
right up- Oh, they cooked a big meal.
Here. Leave that to me.
What, they don't have like kitchens in their cabins?
Ah, some catchy...
I like the
Ash's mom showing up all the chefs.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love the look on the chefs' faces. They're just like,
Maybe they should
what?
Ash, dinner's almost ready. I can't wait. This is either gonna be very good or very
Why are they so nervous?
And look, Professor Oak and Ash's mom both have a cup of coffee. That's it.
Hey man, they're team players.
Ask for the recipe. These are so good.
And it's all free on the house.
Use your napkin.
You know it.
one Pokemon trainer in the league with you know, their entourage.
Decided which Pokemon you'll choose?
Exactly.
I think I'll wait to
Jeez.
see what I'm up against first.
Tomorrow.
So this is a little foreshadowing here by Professor Oak. So maybe,
Don't forget to let me know
you know,
if you
like just like he had that put in the surprise call for Muck, maybe he'll put in a surprise call for another Pokemon. One of the.
I like how the shrimp
Yeah,
tail
I
just
know.
like fell out of his mouth.
to always do your best. You're a winner even if you lose. That's the important thing.
Yeah, you're
Even
a winner
if you
even
lose,
if you lose.
that's great sound
Yep,
advice.
nope. See, that's the thing. We can stop the episode. We don't have to.
Downstairs too.
Sure.
Professor Oak just peeking around the corner.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
So
Pikachu.
this is a cool little interaction here.
Pikachu belongs to me. You're really lucky. Yeah, thanks. Hey, you better be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, when has that ever happened before, ever?
Well, he also looks like Ash, just with brown hair versus
Yeah,
black.
but I'm sure that's not why Pikachu felt comfortable, because it looked like Ash.
Thanks. It wasn't always easy.
I think this guy's just got, like, the touch.
What's going on?
The power went out. Try using the emergency call button. Right. Hello.
A lot of sweating in this episode. A lot of anxiety markers on their faces.
Looks like it's busted too. It's
It's busted.
What should we do?
What should we do? Well, it's dark, and you have an electric Pokemon that could probably use Flash. Jeez, this guy.
Excuse me, could I borrow your
He's like a little train conductor.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I was going to say. It almost looks like a little train conductor hat.
I want to use Pikachu's Thundershock to jumpstart the elevator. That should get us to the lobby.
Say there.
When I first heard this, I was like, is he going to literally, like, light up everyone that's in there, including Ash's mom?
Thundershock.
Get zapped. That's barely a Thundershock,
I didn't see any sparks.
but it works. It's like he sounds like he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard to just let out a little bit of energy.
I'm glad we held the door for you.
We can't thank you enough. Don't thank me. Thank Pikachu.
Thank you, little conductor man.
Your name? Oh yeah, my name's Richie. My name's Ash.
Richie?
Nice to meet you.
I like Richie.
I gotta go. See ya. Bye.
Richie seems like a cool kid.
Yeah, he's a little shorter than Ash, but
Boy his age.
Unlike a certain
But he's very mature.
I was
Ooh.
really impressed by
Sick
the way
burn,
you
bro.
handled Pikachu.
Attention.
shots fired.
May I have your attention, please?
Alright, so we've talked plenty about Jesse and James just putting a mustache on and no one recognizing them. You know what I mean? Like just with like a simple pair of glasses
Yeah.
or something. It's like they're not even changing their voices at all. They're just
Yeah, and it's in like a sketchy van. It like looks like a hybrid between a camper and a
look at
ambulance.
the mustache. It's like, how does that prevent anyone from knowing who they are? I like the RV though. It's legit.
So quickly. Hey, Richie. Hey.
Hey, it's Richie.
Hey!
Here. I'm glad
Well, they said like all Pokemon trainers need to bring their Pokeballs.
Yeah, no, well, Pokemon trainers in the league. He could have been there as a spectator.
Oh yeah, you're right.
something's kind of weird. Nobody
Yeah, all right, Ash. Like, you know, come on. How you're really gonna make me believe that you don't recognize her? The exact same haircut.
Her hair looks the
I
same.
know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like Superman
James's
just like puts
haircut
on the
looks the
glasses
same.
and it's like, who are you?
Good, just toss them all in.
These people are not good trainers. They're very willing to give up their Pokemon, like, no problem.
You better not pick up Pikachu, ma'am.
And out of all of the Pokemon here, like, Pikachu's the only loose Pokemon. No, at least you get zapped.
She just threw it in the
Yeah,
bag.
but that's what I'm saying. They still got him.
Hey, you look a lot like those guys from Team Rocket.
The truth is about to come out.
I just hate
And it's like they get one hint of being made, and they're like, "All right, I guess their cover's blown."
oh yes, Chase, and make it
They couldn't handle it. I like these poses right here. This is cool. With Saturday Night Fever.
The evils of truth and love.
It looks awesome.
Are they dancing?
That's what I'm
What's
saying. It
going
looks
on?
awesome. Woohoo!
They must have those button-off pants where they're just like.
Tear
'Cause
away
they always
outfits.
throw their clothes.
Me, out, that's right.
From the driver's seat. I love it.
Give us back our Pokeballs.
We'll give them back.
Or Pikachu just used Thundershock because it's not. They didn't say.
Yeah,
it
they
was
didn't
an
put it in like one of those
electric-proof
rubber
bag,
bags.
did they? Where did Weezy come from? They didn't even throw him out.
He was in the back of the RV chilling, bro.
And then he got in the driver's seat.
Gets in the
What?
front. I love when Pokemon do non-Pokemon.
He's gonna
things.
steal. He's gonna steal James's mustache, and he's gonna become the Galarian form. Weezy.
Yes. Put on a top hat.
And they're gone. Ash, keep running. You'll catch up.
I know, right?
So it's only an automobile.
And he's like, there was just like 150 trainers in a thing that all got robbed, and like him and Richie are the only ones that are actually like, hey.
They're the only two that care about their Pokemon.
So this scene in particular here is really funny how they animate it, right? Because like when they're running here, like look how like that's like a hardcore anime kind of look.
And they are rug burning it up.
If I didn't stop you, you would have
It's like, get off me.
to the cliff. No way.
Yeah, way, bro. So I kind of like the dynamic.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right.
Because they've become fast friends, but like you know, it's they're not really with each other yet. So I kind of like how they show that.
Got 100 Pokeballs in there.
And a Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu's not putting up a fight. Just accepted his fate. I know, dude.
Oh,
When I first
man.
saw this, I was like, dude, he
They
just
just
went
turned
off the
off the
road.
Oh,
I-
I guess it's an alternate.
Dude, I
vehicle.
love crying Jesse like just subtly in the background. Like I love it so much. Oh, they're still running.
And they're floating down the
Forrest
river.
Gump.
It's Ghastly.
Pikachu. It's Clefairy.
Ah,
Diglett.
it had the rocks underneath it. Looked like some smog.
Unbreakable in our Discord said she had a nightmare the other night that she came across like a whole area of Diglets and they were singing the song and it was stuck in her head.
Huh? It's too dark now. And if
It's like, dude,
Oh,
you're dreaming
man.
about Pokemon. It's great.
That's the worst.
you're right. I got an extra sleeping bag right here.
So, yo, let me tell you, Richie is prepared.
I'm prepared.
Carry an extra.
This guy has got it all. He's like, I got extra bags. I got extra sleeping bag. I got extra stuff.
Richie,
Yep.
I know how to make a fire, and you know.
And here,
in a
I got some
pinch.
food, too.
for you knocking me down, I would have run off that cliff for sure.
Yeah, you would have, you irresponsible 10-year-old.
That's okay.
I'm sorry for shoulder checking you.
Be more careful too. You tried to stop Team Rocket by jumping in front of their van.
Yeah, you narcissist.
You did too, Ash. Why are you calling him out?
It can get pretty crazy. I'm that way too. I guess we're just a couple of Pokemaniacs. Guess so.
That's so cheesy. I know, it's like they really have a moment there, you know? It's just stare at each other. Ah.
He's like, "What is this? Cat food?"
Sea feast?
Ash, what's wrong? Do you really think we'll ever see our Pokemon again?
Yo, and what's up with Ash like, right here, like, talking so negative, like, will we ever see our Pokemon again? Like, you what are you, writing this off already, dude?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the whole season
Game
ends
over.
right here. You just all his Pokemon get taken. Gives up.
Digimon, up next.
The trio with the brio.
Here, here.
Yeah, whatever that means.
I look at their makeshift tent.
We've procured plenty of Pokemon.
And it's like they have a
Yeah,
bountiful
I know.
like feast going on.
Partay.
Team Rocket
It looks like it was catered. And their tent thing that they're over is just like a sheet, some sticks to keep them dry.
So they're living it up. They're living their Team Rocket's living their best life right now.
I love the cricket
Yeah,
tots in the background chirping.
I love Ash is just sitting there and he hears like,
My finger points.
And you can see when you connect up the stars.
He's literally just pointing his finger.
Like, and
it's Pikachu.
Oh,
those two bright ones to the ones down over there. Wow, it's
Yep.
Pikachu.
it's Victini. Oh, it's Pikachu.
I guess much as
Oh, you're a Pokemaniac.
Pokemon are amazing. I think about their different personalities.
And I like how Ash has got like the full
Yo,
like
Richie-
cozy sleeping bag, and
Richie is the real deal,
Richie
man.
just has like a blanket.
He's a gracious host out in the wild.
I'm gonna be the greatest Pokemon trainer on the entire
Yeah, if Ash combed his hair, they would look exactly the same. And if Ash didn't have mustaches under his eye,
I'm gonna be the
Yeah, look, that looks very much like Ash.
AKA
Yeah,
the
this guy
zigzags.
does look like Ash.
entire galaxy. Well, I'm gonna be the best in the universe.
the universe.
Oh man, you're salty on Ash
I
right
can't stand it. Oh, I'm like just their laughs. They sound so fake. They're just like, that's so funny.
now. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're
Will we
just
ever
like
see our Pokemon
trudging
again?
down the riverbank
Hey, look. Oh, tire tracks. They go into the
from the water.
Let's follow them.
Yeah, how did their minivan? How did their minivan float first?
Yeah, look
off?
how nice they have an RV, but they're sleeping outside.
It's them.
Doesn't
They're probably
make
still in
sense.
the van. They're literally right there. Look inside that blue box. What's in the box? It's like a animal control.
Pikachu.
Yeah, I know. This is the empty truck, a box truck.
They have all this space
with-
in the
with
van,
shades.
and they're just in the corner.
Dude, he did not put up a fight.
Are the Pokeballs? Don't worry. They're all here in the bag. Let's grab them and go.
Look what just creeped into our camp.
They literally have hundreds of Pokemon. Let them out.
The only thing you're taking is a ride.
Bye-bye.
Hold it.
They right? What? Like, throw all the Pokeballs.
We're locked.
Oh man, this is spooky. I'm so scared. Yeah, right. Like you have other Pokemon
Just
that can
a
help
shame.
you.
Pikachu and the other Pokemon all to ourselves.
We gotta
Pikachu, man.
Bring out Bulbasaur. Use Solar Beam. Come on, use something.
This is a cool little tidbit coming up here, though.
Which ones are mine?
Well, just throw them all.
See, look.
Balls are right here. Yeah? How can you tell that?
See,
I put
he
these
put
stones
Dragon
in
Balls
so
on
I can
them.
tell they're mine.
Made it, turned them into Dragon Balls.
Idea. Mine must be in here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Bulbasaur.
Oh,
It's
drowsy.
like, who bothers me? Like,
Can you send out other people's Pokemon? Like what?
the best trainer possible.
Who brought Magikarp?
Not even close.
Like seriously, who brought
Hey, I was
Magikarp
to say
to the
Pikachu
Pokemon
sniffing
League?
it out.
Oh, Pikachu found him.
You think this
Apparently,
Pokeball's mine?
apparently they smelled through the Pokeballs.
Also, though.
Well, I guess they do, 'cause didn't Ash, like,
Pikachu
have
could be
luck and he was
smelling
like, "Oh,
ash on the
gross."
Pokeball, not necessarily the Pokemon inside.
Oh, nice try. Use your razor leaf attack.
Exactly.
I know. 2 leaves.
No good.
Well, it was a leaf. What was
Alright,
that
so
gonna do?
Pokemon try.
I know. I really like this. I like this because
Zippo? Is this a lighter
this is
Pokemon?
one of the first times
It
we
literally
really
is. It's a
hear,
lighter
Pokemon
Pokemon.
nicknames,
Use your slash attack.
where he's exclusively communicating with his Pokemon with their nickname, and then someone else, Ash in this case, is like, "Hey, look, a Charmander," but clearly it's Zippo, the Charmander.
This one's a rental,
Too bad. The ride's over.
but only for you.
Yes,
You'll get
really
them,
funny.
James.
But I'm driving.
And Zippo is also a lighter, so it's like,
Pikachu. Hold attack.
Thunderbolt, but also use Quick Attack
Oh.
or Tackle at the same time.
No, he just got wrecked.
Pikachu, are you okay?
Nice driving.
I should get a license.
So it's Sparky with the emo
I
hair.
should get a license.
Emo Pikachu.
Pikachu.
I know. Huh?
There's 2?
One's tough enough.
Its twice as nice.
Look at Arbok's face. He's like, there's no way I got this.
Sparky.
Meanwhile, this is like all in the back of the box truck.
Pikachu, give him agility in stereo.
Everybody's like,
Just running on the ceiling or something.
Yep, that'll do it.
Yes. Now let's attack them together. Okay, Sparky.
Oh, they're in
They're sync pairs in
Jinx, you
Pokemon
want me to
Masters.
poke?
Yeah, the whole front of the truck just explodes.
An
Later,
object
yo.
in motion stays in motion,
Yep, of course.
and they safely blast off.
Look, Ash, up ahead. Oh no. Pidgeotto. Happy.
I love how it's literally just like the back half of the RV just just going full speed. Maybe that was my Butterfree that I let go. What the heck?
We're falling too fast. Hey, Ash, use Whirlwind. Whirlwind attack down towards the ground. Right. Pidgeotto.
Yo, Richie's got his act together. He knows it all.
They're like, we're just trying to hang on to
Right?
you guys. Come on.
Yo, Richie's the man.
Everybody okay?
Wee wee wee.
We're okay too.
Meanwhile, it's like he still has like the sack of Pokeballs around his, over his shoulder.
It's almost Christmas.
Pokemon parachute, we'd be history.
It is rather Delibirdish.
Are you guys okay?
All these Officer Jennies in these Jeeps.
I know. The whole cavalry. Well, it's about time you guys actually showed up and show that you actually care about the hundreds of Pokemon that were stolen, like right from under our noses.
Yeah, where was anybody else? Nope, just those
Dramatic
two.
music.
Oh, here we go. All these random trainers.
Pallet Town.
That's me. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, using an old rod.
awesome.
A3. That means your next opponent is going to be
Yay. Huh? Oh,
Uh-oh.
snap.
Oh my god, everybody has the O
The
face.
plot thickens. The plot thickens.
And Ash knows that he's got
So,
the
Ash's
same
next
Pokemon.
opponent is his newest friend. How
Oh, actually, yeah, I didn't even think of it like that. They know what they have.
and their
Yeah,
friendship
right?
will
So it's
be
like,
over
how do you
just
counter it?
Whatever you do, don't miss round 5. This time there's more to lose
Fast
than
friends
just a
are about
match.
to come fast
There's
enemies.
more to lose than just the match.
I just
We could lose a friendship.
How can we feel so low?
when we're up so high. 100 Pokemon in the bag. 100 Pokemon.
Dude, Team Rocket got banged up.
Pokemon go free.
Ain't no Pokemon for me.
Me. Nice one, Meowth.
Pikachu's jukebox.
All right. What'd you think, man?
It was a good episode. I mean,
So
I wish
I
there was more battling and not like
see,
situations.
I didn't mind
I
that
didn't like the laughs
because I like Richie so much. I like him so much. Like
Yeah,
I
but
think
I'm
that,
also-
that introducing a character at this stage in the game, like we're already so late into the series of, we're in the Pokemon League and in the 5th round, and they're introducing a new character that has seems to be important. I love that. I think that's awesome. I think that's real cool.
Well, they're definitely adding to the storyline, so that's good.
Yeah, and I think it's a good little parallel for Ash too as a trainer to, like when they did that double battle with the 2 Pikachus attacking simultaneously, like that's really cool. I don't think Ash is, even when he's fought alongside like Misty and Brock, he's never experienced anything like that. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. I thought it was awesome.
Definitely.
But all right, Adam. As we do every week, fun listeners, we open a booster. I'm not as cool as Adam. I only have a Unified Minds booster. Adam, apparently you have something much cooler.
I have my first pack of Cosmic Eclipse.
Oh, I'm so jelly. All right, well, I'm going to go first with this Unified Minds.
You're killing me.
You're just going to have to wait a little bit longer. Here we go. Fire Energy. Why not? Arcan, Lampent, Wimpod, Slackoth, Bounsweet, Salandit, another Salandit, a reverse Salandit,
What?
and dude, all right, hold on. This is crazy. This is 2 different artworks of regular Salandits. I have the fire version and a poison version. And a psychic version. And then I also have a fire reverse Salandit, and my rare is a hollow Serena.
Oh, it would have been good if you said
All right.
Salazzle. A rare Salazzle.
That actually would have been pretty cool. But I'll take it just for the obscureness of having the 3 Salandit cards, 2 arts and the regular and reverse of the Salandit. I thought that's cool. All right, let's see. What do you got?
Well, I'm tearing into it as we speak. All right. Fire energy as well. Golduck, Pangoro, Heracross, Onyx, Tepig, Alolan Sandshrew, Snorunt, Coughing. My reverse hollow is a Throw. And a Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX tag team. What?
Oh my God. Send me a picture of that right away, please.
So first pack, already fire. I'm sending you a picture.
That
Un
is
momento.
Insane. Please put that on Instagram. Oh, that's awesome.
Do I have to put it on right now?
All
Can I wait till the show
right, good.
comes
Well,
out?
I feel good now. I feel good now about wrapping up the show because that's a solid way to wrap things up. But everyone, if you made it this far, thank you so much.
I haven't even
What?
read it. It says, okay, for 3 colors, it does Jumping Balloon. It does 60. This attack does 60 more damage for each of your opponent's Pokemon GX and EX in play. What? That's insane for just like a colorless Pokemon. So they have 2. You're doing 180 damage for 3 energies.
Oh, wow. That's a good looking card,
Wow.
man.
Puffy smashes GX. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. If this Pokemon has at least 4 extra energy attached to it, in addition, this attack does 200 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. What? So they're active as asleep, and then you do 200 to anything?
Wow.
Wow. That
Wow.
is...
Is this the first time that they put a Mega Pokemon on a tag team card?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's...
Mega
And, like,
Lopunny.
why would they do... Like, I don't understand that. They kind of, like, moved away, because now it's Gigantamaxing. Like, what? This is like...
I like it.
Breaking
I
the
like
fourth-
it. Oh,
the fourth
hey,
wall.
well, it's a way to keep the megas alive. If they're not going to be alive in the video games, they got to, they keep it alive in the card game. But awesome. Good pull, man. All right, everyone, like I was saying before, if you made it this far, thank you so much. We really do appreciate your support and ears and time and consideration. Thank you guys so much. Send us an email, info@gottawatchemall.com. We did get an email. Hold on one quick
We got
moment.
an email. We gonna listen to it. Oh, well, we're gonna read it. Ken's gonna pull it up. Yo, quick shout out to everybody that listens to Special Conditions. We've been getting so many emails. It's fantastic.
I saw that. It's great. All right, so we did get an email. This one from LC Gatsu. He says, big fan of the show. Have you guys considered doing bonus episodes covering the movies? I think that would be awesome. That's a great question, man. We always talked about doing bonus episodes going through the movies. Maybe we should do something like that. Maybe we'll do like a video watch along. Wasn't that the original plan?
That was, like you
back
said,
in the
like
day?
science theater, mystery science theater thing.
Yeah, like a mystery science theater kind of
and
thing.
like I was
of,
at your house.
watch along
We
with
could
the
have done
movies.
something.
There's never enough time. There's never enough time.
Yeah,
But,
well, that's the thing.
I'll-
That's the thing I was thinking about, because like, is that something we can do? Because it's a movie. It's like over an hour long.
We could do it. Stream on YouTube. We could stream for hours. But
We could do
that's
like
a,
live streams
yeah,
where
that's
people
what I'm
hang
saying.
out. That would be a better way.
Watch alongs. We have a watch along party.
Yeah.
But LC, great email, man. That's gonna maybe
Thank you. We just
re-sparked our
because
we'll
a
figure
live
something
stream
out
would be
because-
perfect. Let us know. Would you tune into a live stream watch along party with Pokemon the movie?
Everyone's got to make popcorn. Everyone sits down, plants their butt for an hour and a half with us, and watches through the movie and makes noise and throws popcorn at the screen and has a good time. I think that would be really fun. But all right, let me wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much. You could email us just like LC did, info@gottawatchemall.com. You could leave us a voicemail, text, or picture at 732-835-8639. Check out gottawatchemall.com for everything that's going on with the show. Catch us up on social media. All the links will be in the description. Check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on at the channel, as well as every destination that you could find our show. So that's pretty much it. Adam, you got anything else?
Go and get some either Hidden Fates if you haven't found any, or go get the new set, because there are officially 236 cards in the set. That doesn't include all the secret rares, all the hyper rares, all the gold cards.
Yeah, they're killing us.
They're killing us.
They're killing the smalls. But all right, guys, thank you so much. We're gonna wrap it up here, and we will talk to everyone next week. Thank you.
Ciao.